Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new on here, my name is Philip and this is Phil Reacts. Yes, today I continue my Led Zeppelin journey, checking out this album titled Houses of the Holy. This has been highly suggested, shout out to you guys, for checking out my previous Led Zeppelin, album reactions. So based on a few facts that I pulled up, this album, Houses of the Holy, is the fifth studio album for the British rock band Led Zeppelin, and I'm so happy. Like I said, this has been highly suggested. And I mean, from what I'm looking at here, this album came out in 1973. Has 8 songs, spans a little over 40 minutes and 56 seconds to be exact. Now, you guys already know that I keep it real with you guys. And I definitely have to let you know that I've listened to, I think, quite a number of songs, on this album. 2 songs, to be exact. I've listened to the song Remains the Same, and then I think I've heard No Quarter. Yes, that's like the only 2 songs that I've heard, from this album. But as always, I'm super excited, to actually listen to, the entire album. So this is definitely going to be a hell of a journey, and I mean, one that would definitely be worth it. So I encourage you to actually take this journey with me. Let's listen to the songs, and I here will definitely give my honest thoughts about all these songs. Yes, so if you're new on here, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, like this video even before we jump in. Without wasting much time, without further ado, Led Zeppelin with the album Houses of the Holy. We begin with the first song titled The Song Remains the Same. Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa. Okay, already. Good songs. All right, guys. So that was the first song, off of this album. The song remains the same. I mean, wow, guys. I have to say that every time I come back to this track, I am definitely reminded why Led Zeppelin sits on a completely different level. I mean, right from the opening seconds, this particular song explodes out of the the speakers, in my case the headphones, with this bright soaring guitar intro, that instantly grabs you as a listener. Jimmy Page's layered guitar work here is just unreal. I love the fact that it's fast, it's shimmering, and almost feels like it's flying. There's also an urgency to it, like the song is constantly pushing forward, never letting you settle for too long. Instrumentation wise, this is that Led Zeppelin in full flight. I mean, Jimmy Page's guitars to me are the obvious centerpiece, but listen closely and you hear how tight the whole band really is. John Paul Jones is locking everything down with melodic bass lines that I feel like don't just follow the guitar. They give it weight and direction. John Bonham, as always, it's an absolute force. His drumming isn't flashy for the sake of it, but I love the fact that he drives the song with power and with so much precision, making everything feel massive, without becoming chaotic. Now vocally, yes, Robert Plant, as always, this man brings a very distinctive energy here. His voice is definitely high, it's definitely sharp and almost ethereal at times. It cuts right through the mix, and to me, I feel like it adds this sense of freedom and uplift to the whole track. Some people might find the pitch surprising, or even polarizing, but for me it worked perfectly with the music. It feels intentional, like his voice is another instrument souring above the band, rather than just sitting on top of it. As for what the song is all about, based off of the lyrics, I feel like this song feels like a celebration of music itself. There is this theme of connection, transcendence, and the idea that music outlives moments, that outlives the places and even people. It's not a deeply literal song. It's more emotional and symbolic. To me, it's about how music travels, how it reaches people, and how the song keeps going no matter what changes around it. What really stood out to me is how joyful and triumphant this particular track felt. It's not heavy or dark like some Led Zeppelin songs. It's definitely uplifting, almost euphoric. To me, it sounds like a band fully confident in who they are, not trying to prove anything, just riding the energy of their own creativity. Overall, this particular song, the song remains the same. To me, it's a powerful reminder of Led Zeppelin's range. It's technically impressive, emotionally uplifting, and bursting with life. So yeah, whether you're hearing this for the first time or for the 100th time, just like myself, it still hits with that same rushing of energy. And honestly, that's the mark of a truly timeless song. Yes, that's just me. That's just what I think about this. So let me know, guys, what you also think about this one in the comment section. Let me know how this song made you feel the first time you actually heard it. Please go down the comment section and comment, guys. Yes, we are moving on to the second song, titled The Rain Song. Yeah, this I don't think I've heard, so super excited for this one. Let's take a listen, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Sounds so good, guys. I have to admit.
Springtime of my loving, the second season I am to know. You are the sunlight in my growing, so little warmth I've felt before. It isn't hard to feel me glow. I watched the fire that grew so low. like the wind they rise and fall. This is the wonder of devotion. I seek a torch we all must hold. This is the mystery of the culture.
Guys, yes, the second song, Range song. Guys, I didn't even realize the song was 7 minutes and 39 seconds. I mean, I was just, I found myself, caught up in the song. I didn't even realize it. Wow. Really, really loved, listening to this song. Like I said, this is actually my first time, checking this song out. And I have to say, first off, Robert Plant's vocals here are, absolutely gorgeous. This isn't the wild, blues howled Plant, we often get. This is a softer, more restrained, almost vulnerable delivery. I love the fact that he sings with patience and control, letting the lines, breathe instead of overpowering them. I mean, there is also a warmth and tenderness in his voice, that I feel like perfectly matches the reflective, tone of the song. And when he gently rises, in intensity, later on, it feels earned, not forced. I mean, it's one of his emotionally expressive performances, without needing to shout to be heard, in my personal opinion. Yes, vocally, I feel like he really, really went in and he killed it as always. Now, we definitely have to talk about the instrumentation. I feel like this is where, this track really, really becomes something special. Jimmy Page's guitar work, is delicate, spacious and beautifully textured. That alternate tuning gives the song this shimmering, almost liquid sort of feel. Like the music is slowly falling and flowing, just like rain. I mean, every single chord felt intentional, in my opinion. I mean, John Paul Jones definitely added incredible depth with the mellotron, bringing in those lush, orchestral, layers, and that swirl underneath the guitar and vocals, definitely helped, create this cinematic, atmosphere, without ever, becoming overbearing. And then we have, John Bonham, subtle, restrained, and definitely tasteful, proves once again that power, isn't always about volume. His drumming is sparse, but perfectly placed, guiding the song rather than just driving it. I don't know if that makes sense. Yes, but that's exactly what I think about the instrumentation of the song. As for what the song is all about, to me it felt deeply poetic and emotional, rather than literal. The rain here isn't just weather. To me, it's a metaphor for change, renewal, and longing, and a bit of, emotional release. There's also a sense of, seasons passing, love evolving, and emotions, shifting over time. Definitely felt introspective, almost like Robert Plant, is reflecting on relationships and personal growth, using nature, as the language, to express, feelings that are hard, to put directly into words. Yes, I mean, overall, this song, the Rain song, is one of those tracks, and that reminds you as a listener how versatile Led Zeppelin, really, really were. and I mean still is. I love the fact that it's patient, it's atmospheric and emotionally rich. A song that doesn't rush you, but invites you as a listener, to sit with it. This isn't background music. It's a slow, immersive experience. And honestly, it is one of those songs that hits even harder, the more you listen to it. I'm definitely going to listen to this, after this reaction. So that's just me. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section. Yes. We are moving on to the third song, titled Over the Hills and Far Away. This I've not heard before, so this is definitely going to be good. I mean, I can feel it. Yeah, let's take a listen, guys. Okay. Whoa.
Hey lady, you got the love I need. Maybe more than enough. Oh darling, 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 walk a while with me. Oh, you got so much, so much, so much. Many times been bitten, many times I've gazed along the open road. Many times I've lied, many times I've listened, many times I've wondered how much there is to know. Many dreams come true, and some have silver linings. I live for my dream and a pocket full of gold. Mel is a man who knows what he's been missing. Many, many men can't see the open road. Many is a word that only leaves you guessing. Guess about a thing you really ought to know. Really ought to know. I really ought to know.
Okay. We're not done. Okay. All right, guys. So that was the third song, "Over the Hills and Far Away." Like I said from the beginning, this is my first time actually hearing this song, and after listening to it, I definitely have to say that this is one of those Led Zeppelin songs that quietly, sneaks up on you and then completely wins you over, by the end. Vocally, Robert Plant, to me, is in that sweet spot, between softness and confidence. I love the fact that he doesn't overpower the song, and that's, the beauty of it. I mean, his delivery feels reflective, almost conversational at first, like he's telling stories, from the road. I mean, as you're listening to the song, as the song builds, his voice, opens up, with more strength and emotion, but it never turns into full-on scream. I love the fact that it's controlled, it's expressive, and perfectly matched to the song's sense of movement and longing. You can definitely hear experience in his voice. You can definitely hear love. You can definitely hear travel, mistakes, growth. All of it. In one song. Instrumentation wise, this track, I mean, it's classic, Led Zeppelin craftsmanship. That acoustic, intro by Jimmy Page immediately pulls you in as a listener. I mean, it's warm, it's intricate, and almost folk-like. I mean, it definitely feels, peaceful, grounded, and personal. Then when the song, shifts into, the electric section, it's definitely seamless. I mean, the groove locks in, the guitar becomes more assertive, and suddenly, you are moving forward with a band. John Paul Jones and John Bonham deserve real credit here, I must say. I mean, the rhythm section definitely kept everything grounded without stealing focus. John Bonham's drumming isn't flashy, but it's definitely powerful and steady, giving the song momentum, without breaking its reflective mood. Now, the $1,000,000 question: what is this song really about? To me, this song, feels like it's talking about, the journey of life and love. It feels like Robert Plant is looking back, on the road, he's traveled, the people he's loved, the lessons that he's learned, and the restlessness, that comes with always, moving forward. Over the Hills and Far Away sounds like both a destination and a mindset, always searching, always chasing something just beyond reach. I mean, it's not sad, but it's not carefree either. There's definitely some wisdom, in there. Yeah. By the time the song ends, it leaves you feeling like, you've gone somewhere, as a listener. I mean, somewhere emotionally and musically. I mean, it's not Led Zeppelin, at their loudest or heaviest, but it's definitely Led Zeppelin, at their most balanced. Folk, rock, storytelling, and soul all wrapped, into one rock track. Yes, honestly, this is one of those songs that gets better the more you listen to it, and I can totally see why. I mean, fans hold it so close, based on a few facts that I pulled up. Yes, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys also think about the song down in the comment section. Let me know how coming back to the song is making you feel right now. Please share your thoughts down the comment section. We are moving on to the fourth song, titled "The Crunge." Yes, let's take a listen, guys. Okay. Yeah. Whoa.
I won't tell you about my good thing. I ain't disclosing no names, but he sure is a good friend. And
confounded bridge.
Okay, guys. Yes, the fourth song, the Crunge. Wow, guys, I'm speechless right now. I mean, the Crunge, by Led Zeppelin. I just finished listening to it, as you guys already witnessed, and honestly, this is this one, is widely different, from what I usually expect from them. I mean, right off the bat, I could tell this is them, stepping into a bit of funky territory. We are talking James Brown vibes, but filtered through Led Zeppelin's own style. I mean, I love the fact that it's playful, it's quirky, and it definitely not your typical blues rock Led Zeppelin track. Yeah, and I mean that in the best way possible. Vocally, Robert Plant's vocals are energetic, as always, but on this track, they are lighter, almost teasing. This man is not trying to hit those epic, high notes, like in Stairway to Heaven or Immigrant Song. Instead, I mean, he's grooving with the music, and the way he calls out, I mean, have you seen the bridge? I mean, I ain't seen the bridge, at the end. I mean, that's just hilarious if you ask me. I mean, it's a self-aware, fun moment, that makes it feel like the band is having a blast in the studio. Instrumentation, guys, that was just something else. The instruments here on the song, are what makes the song, so interesting. I mean, John Bonham's, drumming is definitely funky. It's definitely tight, and Joe Ponjo's bass, is walking all over the place, with that groove, and Jimmy Page's guitar work, I mean, as always, it's crisp and rhythmic. Really, really locking in. With the funky rhythm. The time signature is definitely unusual. Giving it this, off kilter feel, that's both playful and a bit challenging. It's almost like Led Zeppelin is daring us to dance along with them, while I mean laughing at their own joke. The $1 million question, as always, what is the song all about? To me, honestly, lyrically, I mean, it's not a deep emotional journey like some of their other songs. It's basically a fun dancey jam, a tribute to funk and the groove heavy style of James Brown, if you ask me personally. I mean, but there is this layer of humor and parody that makes it memorable. The repeated lines, and the call out about the missing bridge, definitely show that they don't take themselves too seriously here. I mean, it's pure musical fun. Yeah, overall, I'd say the Crunge, this particular song, is one of those tracks, and that really shows, Led Zeppelin's, versatility. It might not be everyone's, favorite. I mean, some might find it a bit odd or less epic, quote unquote. But I think, I mean, after listening to it, this really feels like a refreshing, a playful detour, from their usual, sound. I mean, if you go in expecting a classic, Led Zeppelin boom bass, you might be thrown off, but if you embrace the funk, the humor and the groove, it's actually pretty addictive. Yes, honestly, this is the kind of tracks where you can just nod along, laugh a little. And I appreciate that even one of the biggest rock bands in history, was willing to have fun and experiment. Definitely a track worth revisiting just to catch, all the little quirks. Yes, but that is just me. That is just what I think about this one. Let me know what you guys also think about this song down the comment section. Please, share your honest thoughts down there. I'll definitely be reading them. Yes. All right, guys. So we are moving on to the fifth song titled "Dancing Days." Yes, let's take a listen, guys. Okay.
Dancing days are here again. Summer evenings go. I got my flower, I got my power. I got a woman
Whoa. Okay. Yes. The third song, Dancing Days. Yeah. First off, the vocals, from Robert Plant, guys. I mean, classic, Robert Plant energy, right? I mean, his voice, just swoops in with that warm, bluesy tone that feels both smooth and powerful. I love the fact that he doesn't go crazy, with wide runs nor screaming, on this particular song. Instead, I mean, I love the fact that he opts for this laid back groove that I feel like it matches the overall vibe, of the track. I mean, it's effortless and cool, like he's inviting us into the groove, rather than pushing us into it. Honestly, his delivery, feels so natural. It makes you want to move, basically. Now, the instrumentation, definitely have to, emphasize on that, because this is where the song, really, really shines. In my opinion, the opening guitar hook, from Jimmy Page, is instantly catchy. That swirling, almost Eastern flavored riff, sets a mood. That's a little mysterious, a little playful also. And then the rhythm section comes in. John Paul Jones, on bass, and John Bonham, on drums as always. And then suddenly you've got this infectious groove, that carries the whole track. John Bonham's drumming is definitely tight, but also relaxed. I love the fact that this man is not trying to show off. He's just feeling it. The bass locks in beautifully. Also, grounded the song while letting the guitar hook dance on top. What's really interesting about this particular song, Dancing Days, is how it blends rock with this almost funky boogie like sort of setting. It's not your typical Led Zeppelin, a blues bombast, if you ask me. I mean, it's lighter, it's breezier, and honestly, pretty fun. The song, feels like it's about good times, and good vibes, like summer evenings, stretching, on forever, and the joy of letting loose and dancing. The lyrics, aren't, super deep or poetic, but I feel like that is what works here. The focus is definitely on energy and mood, not on overthinking. What I really, really appreciate is how the band, balances, all these elements. I mean, the vocals, aren't overpowering, the instrumentation, and the instruments, are tight, without being too polished. It definitely feels alive. It's a track that's easy to enjoy on the first listen, but also has enough subtle groove and musical detail that you keep finding little hooks on on repeat listens, if you ask me. In short, Dancing Days, is one of those Led Zeppelin tracks that doesn't need to be thunderous, to be memorable. It's definitely playful, it's groovy, and I mean, as always, showcases the band's versatility. I mean, tight musicianship, addictive rhythm, and vocals that draw you in. So yeah, whether you are a diehard Led Zeppelin fan or just dipping your toes into classic rock, this is definitely worth a spin, if you ask me. I mean, final vibe, chill rock groove, with a smile, and yeah, totally worth dancing to. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective, let me know what you think about this one down in the comment section. Let me know if you're enjoying this reaction, this review. Share your thoughts down there. We are almost done with this album, so we move on to the said song, Dire Mak'er. Hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right. Let's take a listen, guys. Whoa, like a reggae vibe. sounds like
every breath I take.
song.
Oh, every move I make.
Whoa.
Oh, baby, please don't go.
Whoa.
It hurts me to my soul. You hurt me to my soul. Darling, please don't go.
Yeah.
When I read the letter you sent me, my. When I read the news that it broke me, sad. But I still love you so, and I can't let you go. I love you, ooh, baby, I love you.
Okay, guys. Yes, the said song, "Dire Mak'er." Like I said, hopefully I'm getting that pronunciation right, guys. I have to say this was something else, and I mean that, in the best way possible. After listening to this song, I have to say honestly, this one, is kind of wild, in a very Led Zeppelin, type of way. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah. Right off the bat, you can hear how different, it is from their usual hard rock stuff. The song has this, laid back, reggae, sort of inspired groove, that feels, super playful, almost like they are having fun, in a studio, experimenting with the rhythm. John Bonham's drums are just, iconic here. He's got that, offbeat reggae feel going, but to me, it's filtered through his signature power, so it doesn't, sound like, straight up reggae. It's very, very, Led Zeppelin, but, in a surprisingly, chill way. Jimmy Page's guitar, it's definitely subtle, but really, really effective, if you ask me. I mean, I love the fact that it's not flashy like in, Stairway to Heaven or a whole lot of, but those, clean, slightly twangy chords, give the song a kind of, vintage, almost, 50s, doo-wop, vibe, mixed with that, reggae rhythm. John Paul Jones on bass and is locking in perfectly, with John Bonham's, his drums, giving this smooth, hypnotic, and the current that's really, really drives the song without ever, overpowering it. Vocally, Robert Plant is, well, Robert Plant. I mean, this man is playful here. He's definitely playful, almost, teasing with his phrasing. And the way he stretches out, I mean, those lines really, really sells, the light-hearted, feel of the song, if you ask me. The lyrics, themselves, are simple, basically a plea, to a lover, not to leave, But I mean, the way Robert Plant delivers them, makes it, feel, casual and fun, not overly dramatic. I also have to, mention the title, which is, I mean, hilarious. Once it's a pun. Based on a few facts that I pulled up, that Mak'er, is supposed to sound like, Jamaica, quote unquote. When said in British accent, I mean, to me, it's definitely cheeky. It's definitely, playful, and it kind of sets the tone for the song itself. Led Zeppelin not taking themselves too seriously and experimenting with a totally different style. Yeah. Overall, I think the song definitely shows a lighter and more experimental side of the band. It's not the most epic or heavy track, but I feel like that's kind of like the point. It's fun, it's groovy, and to me, it proves that even a band known for massive rock anthems can play around and make something completely unexpected. Definitely a track worth listening to if you want to hear Led Zeppelin stepping out of their comfort zone and just enjoying themselves. Yes, I loved it. I mean, this might not really sound like a hit, but to me, it's definitely a song that I will personally put on my playlist. I'm definitely checking this out after this reaction. So let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section, guys. We are moving on to the seventh song, No Quarter. Yes, this I've heard before, but that was like I mean, quite some time ago. I think a year or so, I'm not too sure, but super excited to come back to it. Let's take a listen, guys. Yeah.
Close the door, put out the light. No, they won't be home tonight.
Okay.
The snow falls hard, and don't you know? The winds of Thor are blowing cold. They're wearing steel that's bright and true. They carry news that must get through. Nature's a path where no one goes.
Yeah.
devil mocks their every step. Snow drives back the foot that's slow. The dogs of doom are howling more. Oh.
Whoa.
They carry news that must get through. To build a dream for me and you. Oh, thinking about that no one knows.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that was the seventh song off of this album, No Quarter. And I mean, after listening to this song, for the 100th time, honestly, I have to say this one, hits, in such a deep, atmospheric, kind of way. I mean, right from the start, you as a listener, you are pulled into this, dark, haunting vibe. It's almost cinematic. And the keyboards by John Paul Jones definitely sets this eerie, immersive tone that feels like you are walking through a snowstorm, which actually ties perfectly to the lyrics about cold winds and harsh journeys. Vocally, Robert Plant, is subtle here on this particular song, I have to say, which I definitely loved. I mean, he's not, belting out the way he does, in other Led Zeppelin songs. Instead, I mean, he's measured, almost ghostly, which to me, fits the mood perfectly. I mean, I love the fact that it's restrained but incredibly effective. You can definitely feel every word, as if, it's part of this mystical, story. Instrumentally, Jimmy Page's guitar work is definitely understated, but brilliant. The riffs and textures, are definitely layered, with that signature Jimmy Page, magic, and paired with the keyboard, definitely creates a soundscape that's so hypnotic and tension filled. John Bonham's drumming is quieter than usual, but it's still powerful. I mean, it's definitely deliberate, almost ceremonial in how it punches the song. Lyrically and thematically, this song, is epic. I have to say, let me just put this out there. No quarter literally means no mercy, and the imagery Robert Plant and John Paul Jones conjure definitely evokes a cold, unforgiving, world. Warriors, harsh landscape, and these sense of relentless endurance. I love the fact that it's poetic and mythic, and the music definitely captures that perfectly. Overall, I'd say this is one of Led Zeppelin's most atmospheric and experimental tracks. It's not your studio hit type of song. It's more of an experience. I love the fact that it grows and evolves the longer you listen. And I've definitely watched the live version off camera. It's amazing. I feel like that takes it to another level. With extended jams and improvisations. Yeah. So if you're into Led Zeppelin's heavier or more mystical side, this is definitely a must listen. I love the fact that it's dark, it's haunting, and absolutely mesmerizing. Honestly, I could listen to this on repeat and still find new details, every single time. Happens to be one of my favorite songs from this band, and I love that. I'll definitely give this like a hard 9.5 out of 10, but that's just me. Let me know what you guys also think about this one down in the comment section. Let me know how hearing the song for the first time, made you feel. Please share your thoughts and your experiences, down the comment section. Guys, we are moving on to the final song, from this album, The Ocean. Let's take a listen, guys. Okay.
Singing songs till the night turns into day.
Yeah.
Used to sing about mountains, but the mountains washed away. Now I'm singing all my songs to the girl who won my heart. She is old as Venus, old and it's a real fine way to start. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Show is fine.
Guys, yes. So that was the final song off of this album, The Ocean. And like I said, this is like my first time, actually hearing it, you know. And I have to say, this is such a fun and energetic track. Right from the start, the groove, definitely hits you. That drum beat, from John Bonham, is just insane. This man is tight. He's playful and full of character, especially, with the way he counts off. At the beginning, you can already tell the song, was meant to be was meant to be a live crowd pleaser, and the rhythm, just makes you want to move. Vocally, as always, the Rubber Plant, is in classic form. That mix of bluesy grit and playful storytelling really, really carries the song. I love how he slips in little personal touches, like mentioning his daughter, Carmen, in the lyrics. Definitely gives the song this light-hearted, intimate, sort of vibe, even though the instrumentation is so heavy and layered. I mean, speaking of the instrumentation, Jimmy Page's guitar work, as always, is spot on, crunchy, precise, but also, funky at times. We have John Paul Jones on the bass, as always. He is doing this super groovy, almost melodic thing that really, really locks the whole track, together. What's really, really interesting is how the song, shifts rhythmically. That unexpected bar of 7/8, in the middle, keeping things unpredictable, and definitely makes the track more exciting than your standard rock tune. And then the doo-wop style backing vocals at the end, that's just classic Led Zeppelin quirkiness. Lyrically, it's clever. The Ocean is actually a nod to their fans, the massive crowd they are performing for. And I love that they turn the idea of turning live into such a fun, celebratory song. I also love the fact that it's not trying to be deep or heavy. It's about energy. It's about excitement and connection. Overall, I'd say this is a super underrated gem. I've never heard anyone talk about it. I love the fact that it's got that Led Zeppelin signature mix of technical brilliance, playful energy, and raw fun. Definitely a track that rewards repeat listens, because I feel like there is so much in the rhythm and instrumentation. And honestly, I'm going to have to replay this a few times just to catch all the little details. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your perspective, let me know what you think about this song down the comment section. Yes, so guys, that's my reaction, that's my review to this album, Houses of the Holy, yes, by Led Zeppelin. And after listening to this album, I have to say this album definitely a masterclass in contrast. 1 minute you've got full throttle rock, the next you are in intimate orchestral balladry. This album is definitely an adventurous record. Not just for a collection of riffs, but a series of moods and experiments that I feel like I review a band confident enough to stretch. That variety is the album's strength. It never gets boring. The album's production definitely balances live room energy with studio layering. Guitars are multi-tracked, but the rhythm section definitely retains a live punch. I also love the use of the keyboards and non-guitar textures. It's definitely prominent here, on their earlier Led Zeppelin albums. Definitely gives this record a broader sonic palette. The dynamics are definitely key. Quiet, intimate moments sit next to big explosive passages, which keeps the listener engaged across the whole runtime. Yeah, that's just me and what I think about this album. But I want to know what you guys also think. Which track, from this album, House of the Holy, is your favorite, and why? Did you expect the reggae and funk detours? Which experiments worked best for you? Please share your thoughts down the comment section. If you could hear one song, from this album played live today, which would be it, and how would they perform it? please share your thoughts about this one down the comment section. Yes, Houses of the Holy is definitely an essential, Led Zeppelin record, if you ask me. I mean, adventurous and sonically rich and full of moments, that still land hard. It isn't a straight ahead in the rock record, and I feel like that's the point. It definitely shows the band exploring textures, grooves and moods. If you want big guitars, weird experiments and emotional highs, I feel like this album definitely delivers. Yes, guys, so if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss my next deep dive. Share this video with a friend who needs to hear the Rain song right now. So let me know what you would like for me to react to next from Led Zeppelin. I'm definitely checking out all of their albums on the channel, so please let me know down the comment section. If you enjoyed this one, make sure to like the video, comment, share all the good stuff. If you stuck with me to the end of the video, I love and very much appreciate it on here. My name is Philip, and on to the next album reactions. Take care, stay safe, and then peace out.